Huh. Never noticed that there were items I missed right in the starting area, apparently. Alright, back downstairs we go. Keep reading these out loud. Thortherer? Thortherer! I can't have on the Thortherer! What are you doing over there, gremlin? Oh, yes, good boy. Just sit and don't go nuts on my elbow. Alright, we're heading over to Old Cloister, because apparently I just didn't notice a few things over there. Come on. You old drunk, you lush. What did I miss out in the cloister? Oh yeah, I just never even, like, wandered around over here, did I? These flowers are covered in vines full of thorns. Use. Man, that was an easy to miss. What are you doing? It's climbing on top of the TV stand. Red flowers that were growing in the snow. They must be resilient. Perhaps they're not here by chance. I'll combine those with my other flowers. Deoxidizing mix. Should be able to make a deoxidizing substance with this if the recipe is correct. And what do we have over here? This bucket has not been here for long. Someone must have wanted to lower it into the well. Perhaps with something inside. I have a light source already. As long as the lantern's not lit, it will not do me any good. You're holding a candle. You're literally holding a candle. Yet another situation where it's like, looks very dark down below. Should I go? No, absolutely not. This is the second time this game has been like, I need something to light this on fire, and like the character saying that is like holding a candle in front of their face. Like, if only I had a flame of some kind. It's like, my friend, you're holding a flame. Candles are made of fire. My phone over here? Damn it. I wanted to take a picture for you guys. Currently, Benji is like literally just sitting on the TV stand in front of the TV, just staring at me. Looking at your duck for a split second, you almost die in this game. Alright, well, I can de-rust the gate. I got that going for me. I forgot to take my allergy pill today, alright? That's why I cough. On a coughing day. Cougher. So at the very least, I have a direction I can go in. Straight across, hopefully with no ghosts. I want to get more letters from the various monks that died here. That's been like my favorite flavor text in this game. Hearing weird noises. Think, Alexander. You know you will not accomplish anything by rubbing these plants on the keyhole. What? What? But it's a deoxidizing mix. I need to combine it with something, I guess.
Yeah.
That's useless to me. Okay, what am I missing then? Think. Think. I'm just thinking very hard, and I'm definitely not looking vaguely at a map with, like, locations of items that I may have missed. How's this house doing? I like that you keep on referring to this giant location as a house. Alright, we've gotten the empty bottle of brandy, which we then use to fill the lantern we have. We've gotten the tin key, we've gotten the dirty rag, we've gotten the hedge trimmers, we've gotten the bellows, we've gotten the silver key. Oh, you bastard. You bastard. Don't you dare. Go fuck yourself, game. God damn it. It was literally turn it around and examine it. Venture games, sometimes, with their goddamn logic. Well, alright, now that I have the lit lantern, I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going. Anyway, to answer your question, the house is still very much haunted. It is still, you know, a very large monastery that experienced a massive disaster in 1912. And now we're trying to find Husher, who's here somewhere, investigating. Alright, I want to go down. So the problem I've been running into is I didn't know where to go, and that's because I couldn't figure out how to light up my stupid lantern, and it turns out all I had to do was look at it.
Let's see what's down there.
You're making weird noises while you load this. Oh, did you have a headache earlier? I'm sorry you had a headache. All right.
Light shines on that dark place.
Down we go. There is light in the well. I'm not looking forward to exploring it, but I must find Mr. Sebastian.
I have to stay strong. I need to go down there.
I wonder, had the security expert stayed alive, would she have come to Chapter 4? Jeez, like, finish climbing the ladder. That could have been filled with spikes. This is a scary place.
Only one way forward with the
Deceased. No, I can't go back up. There's writing in Latin on the tombstone. I do not know what it says. Alright, we found a very spooky place. Part of this gate was torn out somehow. For Gomper, this satisfies his theory that we here at Shake the Box have a curse placed upon us that requires us to play games that always feature at least one segment in PeePee PooPoo water. Roots are growing everywhere. This place has been abandoned for decades. Decades and decades and decades.
Down here, it is just me and the dead, and yet I feel I belong.
Well, that's good. It's important to feel like you belong. This is no proper burial for a man. May he rest in peace. Poor souls, the remains are piled up and floating in the water. Wait, this was a well, right? Like, this is a well, bucket went down, brought up water. This was a terrible idea. That's how you get sick, buddy. Our Father who art in heaven, I need to get out of here. Our Father who does art in heaven. Human remains heaped as if they were animal bones. I mean, I'm pretty sure what we're supposed to take away from this is that this church has been doing something not quite right for a while. Locked with a key. Which key? Oh, there's no map. I guess I could try the Prior's key. Nope, Prior's key's not the one. So if they, like, repurposed this kind of setting and disguised it to be a well because they didn't want anyone to go down there and see what was up, that makes sense. But we don't, that's only speculation on my part. What are you doing over there? Benji! Sounds like one dog is barking somewhere in the house and now the other dog is going nuts over it. Grave is less damaged than the others. Must belong to someone important. A statue of a downcast monk. It is disturbing. I mean, this is how they got in here. This was the creepy monk's way in. Large iron cross on this niche. I will not touch it. Several niches. Be careful, Alexander. You should not disturb the dead if you can avoid it. There are two doggos. There's Plato, who's a chocolate lab. He likes hanging out with Nick. He's my first younger brother. And then Benji likes hanging out with me for the most part. Because there is no map, I keep on getting turned around. Alright, stay focused. Have I gotten this way yet? This looks like a new direction for me. Benji, if I open that door, you're just gonna go out there, see that there's no one out there, and then you're just gonna walk back in here. I've been down that way. Well, right now, he's just losing his mind about getting out the door. Alright, hold on 1 second. He's quite the precious pupper. Just me playing with Benji. Must have belonged to someone important. Where am I supposed to be going in this stupid sewer? That's the downcast monk. Have I been down here? There we go, rusty key. Finally. Key is wet and slippery. Sure do hope it doesn't fall out of my hands. Man, I walked right by this. Who's ready for Alexander to drop the key and then the game be find the key in the mook? Okay, we've already looked at all this stuff. We gotta get back to that gate we found that was locked. Which was this way? No. It was down other corridor. Man, he's gonna get frostbite on his toesy woesies. Keep in mind, this is like the dead of winter. It is not warm where we are. So when we get out of here, he's gonna be a wet-shoed, wet-socked, purple people eater, and he's gonna get frostbite. There was that stupid key, the stupid locked door. Alright, not that way, this way. Yay! Alright, buddy, use your rusty key.
Yeah.
Hooray!
What?
That doesn't look pleasant. I'm sure it can't get to us.
Oh,
Hmm.
please guide me to safety.
Not a fan of that. Maybe don't use that just yet. In a few years, the roots will have reached the grave. This one seems alright. Let's pull this one. Pretty sure the other one would get me killed.
Carefully before pressing any lever.
Because one of these is filled with very hungry koi? Koi fish? His body was shamelessly abandoned here with no regard for dignity. What's this one control? Alright, that's the gate in front of me, which I think means it would end up blocking off the room I'm in, which would be good. What's this one do? Nope, 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 nope. We don't pull that one. Do not pull that one. They're dead. That's a very Klingon, Klingon appraisal of death. They are just shells. Do with them what you would. Alright. That's safe to open. There are hundreds of skulls behind the wall. This is no crypt, it's more like a mass grave. Yeah, the takeaway is definitely, bad things were going down here. Alright, so I believe what we need to do is we need to corral those things into an area where they can no longer reach me. Okay, yeah, no, that's good. That's very good, if I can get back into that other room safely. Alright, so the lever right here would let those things eat me. So that's a no-go. Gotta be very careful. I'm trying to get behind the monsters. Is there any way for me to do that? Alright, so... Schlurpy boys are in front of me? Where are the Schlurpy boys? Good lord, camera! Make it real easy to see what I'm doing. The writer's confession. Sebastian P. Husher's admission of guilt. I abandoned my family to their fate, and I lied to my old friend. That is no good. Can't use that here. Nope, 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 not pulling that one. That would let them in here. In that case, if I do this... Which one does this move? Nope, I like that exactly where it is. So right now, if I pull this lever... The Schlurpy monster... Well, I can't pull that one now. Oh, because the other gate's in the way. Okay, alright. Yep. Good. The Schlurpy demon is now in there. The Schlurp beast Ooh, can I trap it in there? Yeah, it seems like it just moves one room at a time, so... in theory... doing that... seals it in... this box. Okay. They're locked in there now. Go ahead and get this one. Now shake that box. No, that sounds dangerous. What have you missed? We're in a like secret underground location filled with bodies. Ah, poo. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Oh no. Oh boy, okay, so the issue right now is in order for that gate to move, this one needs to be moved as well. Is this a sealed box? It's a sealed box. Alright, that's safe. We can open up that one. Yeah. Schlurpy Demon should move forward one. I don't see Schlurpy Demon moving forward at all. Why, Schlurp Beast? Which one's this one again? Alright, now they move forward. They both do the same thing, right? These two levers? Yeah. Obviously I want to do it from this side. So now in theory, I could seal them off in that corner, or here, with this lever. Alright, they're contained. I can now pull this lever. And we're good, alright. I see skulls and bones sticking out of that hole in the wall. Wonder what they were. Thank you. That banner has done well for being the concert banner from like 70 years ago. Yeah, chapter 4 turns out to be a pretty long chapter. For those that do not remember or may not have been here for the
most holy
beginning of this chapter, this place was doing a concert in the name of the patron saint of music. And when the concert got started, everyone in attendance either went straight up mad and violent and started killing everyone else, or just died on the spot. The monks that weren't involved in the concert found the surviving lunatic monks and sealed them away, and then like hid the keys to prevent anyone from releasing them from their prisons. Bloodsind, how's it going? The Treasurer's Confession, Brother Victorino's admission of guilt. I lost faith, I renounced God, and I committed suicide. I assume he wrote this before the last part of his confession. Oh, you missed the start. Oh, I'm sorry. Not too much happened, because I didn't quite know where to go for a little while, and then I realized, whoops, we had a lantern this whole time, and I could have just turned it on by looking at it. Alright, we're in the Basilica. Let's see I'm not dead. Well, the character we started with yesterday didn't make it. That dude's dead. But this guy's fine.
Mr. Neuer, can you hear me? There's no use. There is no way to open that door.
You missed the tentacle beast? Yeah, we just did that puzzle. Everything I see here is written in Latin. They seem like prayers, but I do not know them. Oh, Katasa, yeah, you missed a lot of chapters, so let me catch you up on, like, the whole game. So, in Chapter 1, we are sent in looking for a author who disappeared. And in that... Well, technically, an author disappears, a man is sent in looking for the author, and then he disappears, and then we play the characters looking for both of those people. We find the guy who went in there, Daniel, looking for the author. And he realizes that over the course of that event of looking for the author, he is now haunted by this strange presence. He's seeing visions, he's losing his mind. And so he starts investigating into things. He goes to the antique dealer where the music box passed hands to the author originally. And he finds out that the antiques dealer has committed suicide, and things are getting worse and worse, and Husher is clearly out there somewhere, tracing back the origins of a music box. Chapter 3 is about a bunch of characters literally like going into libraries and doing investigations in microfilm to determine where the author was doing his investigation, which all leads up to Chapter 4, the chapter we're in currently. They learn about a wealthy corporatist who liked using his family's money to go off and, like, investigate the paranormal. And it was, of course, like, just wild goose chase after wild goose chase. He wasted his money. But one of the last things that he ended up investigating was this place, St. Cecilia's Basilica, I believe it is. I might be getting the name wrong, but it'll pop back up soon. Oh yeah, right there, Cecilia. St. Cecilia. This place in 1912 was holding a concert to honor St. Cecilia, patron saint of music, and the monks here were doing something not quite on the level for a long time, we're starting to learn. And on the night of that concert, everyone in attendance went insane or died, and the monks that weren't participating and didn't know about some of the darker aspects of their particular church sealed all of the mad monks that were still alive away and swore to never open the door again. But, you know, at the same time, their whole place was burning down, falling into disrepair and rubble. That wealthy dude came here, found something, brought it back home, and his family mysteriously died. And that is the origin of the music box that makes people find this mysterious otherworldly door that lets an entity into the world, and haunts whoever hears the song. So we're here trying to find the author who is here trying to, like, finish off this curse and save himself and his family. So the confessions go in the confession box, and you get tarot cards. Whatever tarot card you get that's on top will prevent the presence interaction from happening. Whoa! Bloodsins. I don't quite know what that's in reference to, but that sounds like an important gameplay element here that I'm curious about. It sounds like we might be able to prevent ourselves from dying in some way by finding a confession box in here. But now you're caught up, Katase. That's how I went from a New England house to here. Which had a turbo mode. Oh, no. We are well far away from that dude's house by now.
Have I lost my mind?
We are literally in an abandoned monk's cloister, you know, big old place. Oh no, I just climbed up the ladder in here. I've explored nothing. This is where I started, and I rounded one corner. It's this level's collectible. Oh, interesting. I didn't find any collectibles in Chapter 3. And I was pretty thorough in Chapter 3. Although, I do think the last part of Chapter 3 is bullshit. With the security cameras and the graspy handy walls, it's just like... If you get grabbed 3 times, you die, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't remember all these different directions. There's nobody here to listen to my confession. I did find collectibles in Chapter 3. The confessional has a slit where you can push through written confessions. Lord, it has been a long time since I cleansed myself of sins. Oh! We literally have confessions. That's what you mean by we found collectibles. We have the Writer's Confession, and we have the Treasurer's Confession. Let's use the Treasurer's Confession here. You got the ring, but you didn't give it to Maxwell until after you gave him the batteries. Ah! Had I given him the ring, I would have gotten a collectible. Should I pick up this card and keep my collectible item for later? Yes. I would have gotten his lucky coin had I given him the ring. I see. We got tarot card. The Door. With the spooky thing. The Door. Now when you say whichever one's on top, it prevents that interaction from happening. If I only have the door... Tarot deck. Am I able to change the order of these? Oh, it does say a change. Interesting. Alright. Let's go ahead and put in the Writer's Confession as well. And what's this? The darkness. Oh, this is when we're hiding under the table. It should prevent the door from happening. So here's my question. When you say the door... Oh, Jossie, thank you so much for those bitty bits. Heck yeah, more emotes. When you say prevents the door from happening, will it prevent... Like, there is a door on the map right now. It is... Where are you, door? One of these doors is a death door that I can't open ever because it makes scratchy noises. It looks like I've managed to go everywhere, so I must have found another way into that room. I think it was originally... a refractory door? Oh, I did take the shovel. I doubled back because I couldn't figure out what I was doing, so I ended up going back for the shovel. Alright, it's starting to look like I may have... The hit doesn't have to do with the shovel. Well, now I have the shovel. I'm hoping that doesn't get him killed later. Maybe I managed to get into the room that I originally wasn't opening because it was making the spooky noise. Death room is in the refractory. It's always death. It looks like I've been in all these rooms. Oh, I haven't been in the room. It's just I've been all around it. So yeah, upper left, that one's always death. So it doesn't matter if I have the door card, I would still die, because that is like... That's a trapped room, so to speak. But it will prevent me from getting the spooky stuff, and I have to hit the button and close the door. That'll prevent that one. I think I'd rather prevent the darkness from happening. Whoa. The door presence event. Alright, yeah. In that case, I think I would rather keep the darkness on top. Yeah, let's keep the darkness on top. So what's your hint that doesn't have to do with the shovel? I'm trying to figure out if I want to engage that ghost or not. I'll look up top and then I'll come back for this ghost in a second. Alright, what is this? The thurible hangs from a chain. That's above the ghost, I think. We got a remote place of prayer. Forsaken and abandoned just like everything else. If you see a crypt open up, immediately run into it and down the stairs and grab the thing, and then do not hesitate. Just grab it and run out. Interesting. So if we see a crypt open, just go right on in. The wall did not fall on its own. This is a result of artillery fire. A direct hit, perhaps several. Must have happened many years ago. I see. So on top of, like, the events of everything going nuts, you're happy to see I didn't take the grenade. Yeah, I took the shovel and I was like, I'm gonna leave the pineapple alone. That seems like a bad idea. Seems like a safe door. But what about the ghost? Ghost is gone. See what patience will do for you? Several people have scribbled on this scroll, one on top of the other. The bits I can read make no sense at all. It sounds like it's hollow. Like there's wood under my feet there. Alright, through the door we go. Double check. Yeah, the door is easy to avoid, but if you're far away from a hiding place, the darkness can be bad. The grenades from German soldiers in the 40s were notoriously touchy and not safe at all. They modeled it exactly. You can tell by looking at it that's one of those. They were discontinued because they would randomly explode. I always call them pineapples or potato mashers because of old video games I used to play. Let's open that door that connects these two areas before I do anything else.
Yeah.
Now I could open it. Bibles and other sacramental items. Sacramento items? Oh, cool. Tapestries frayed, covered with moth holes. Alright, let me see here. That goes back in the chapter house. I'm afraid of the chapter house because that's where we lost a character. I've learned to fear the chapter house. Think we're good? You haven't been to Sacramento in a long time? I've never been to Sacramento. Lock seems to be made of bronze. That's the third door locked via bronze key. We got bronze key up there, bronze key right here, bronze key near the scriptorium. Weird still is the question mark near Old Quaster. We went down. Alright, we're good. Hoping to find a bronze key in here. I haven't had a drink since we arrived. I doubt that's the cause of what's happening to me, although I could sure use a good tonic. That accursed melody. Wolfgang found the score in a library, among old scrolls and manuscripts from the ancient city of Byzantium, and he shouldn't have been perusing in the first place. It was written in Salic. Salic? The Byzantine notation system, and none of these dimwits knew how to read it. I had to describe it, transcribe it on one of the usual, onto the usual stave, so we can include it in our repertoire. It's an easy melody, uncannily hard to get out of one's head. Every time I rehearse on my own, it feels disturbing. Thoughts I don't dare confess start crossing my mind, and I feel a deep sense of unease. And yet, every time I try to grab my violin, I play the song again. In group rehearsals, these effects seem to multiply, and although none of us will admit it, I could see the restlessness in their eyes. I feel both fear and curiosity thinking of the concert, of our joint performance, of the moment when the voices of the monks will invade the church halls. I keep on saying it, but like, I love this because it really reminds me of the King in Yellow and Unknown Kodath. A metal piece. Rusty spare part that belongs to some tool. I wonder, can we just straight up... Hey! Our surgical retractor is back in business. Like a carjack, but for people. This is the origin of where the monks found it. I love this level so much, the puzzle, the details, and the lore. Yeah, this is by far my favorite of the chapters. Nobody has taken anything in all these years. I do not think the locals would even dare come to this place, and I do not blame them. This abbey was built in honor of Saint Cecilia, patron saint of music. It makes sense that they would have musical instruments, although these are all beyond repair. Like, I really like this chapter. Telescope. It reminds me of the one Mr. Sebastian and Mrs. Catherine have at home. Watching you make that metal thing was painful? Yeah, no, that was a rough one. A painting of the adoration of the shepherds during the birth of Jesus. Like, the directions they provide you are at a different angle and covered in dirt and stuff. So I'm just like, oh my god, I can't quite tell. Well, there was no bronze key in here. What are new things we have? I got my deoxidizing mix, but we need alcohol or something to mix with that. I have the bellows for the fireplace, but we need something to burn in the fireplace. And by fireplace, I mean oven. We have the spade, which will let me open... Oh, but now we have the surgical retractor working again. So I might be able to use this to hold open the compartments with the spade. Alright, that might be our ticket. That might be what we're doing now. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright, alright. F for kitties. Kitties is acceptable. Has most of the same letters. Alright, weird little patches over here. Alright. No way of holding it in place. Do I combine them?
Yeah.
As useless. Interesting. I really thought we would need the spade for that. I guess the shovel's for something else.
Jesus Christ, our Savior.
Should I try and grab it? Yes. There goes his arm. Ooh. Hey, Dancing Bear Cuddles, how's it going? Bronze key. Ah, yes, finally. The metal's in very bad shape, which is normal. Alright. Bronze key.
Corpse was trying to touch me.
Well, that's creepy. Alright, bronze key, bronze key. That gets me into the scriptorium door right there. The locked door near the chapter house. And whatever building's on the other end of the graveyard. So I'll work my way toward the graveyard, I think. I don't think there were any other locked doors that required a key. So yeah, let's start with the scriptorium door, hallway door, graveyard door. Oh, I'm glad you're doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good myself. Alright, we're good. Blew everything wide open by finding this damn bronze key. All of these books must have been under the librarian's care. Notes on botanicals. Partial instructions how to make a natural deoxidizer. Ignore the fact that we already got the deoxidizer. Don't worry about it. The warehouse lock is absolutely covered in dust. Rust. I need corrosive substance to open it. And the diethylogos blend would be perfect after adding a legible name and cooking it. It grows everywhere. I need to cut some of its characteristic red petals, but I have not yet blossomed. That's a big old nail they had in there. Seems like some sort of book of records. An inventory, perhaps. Oh, these books must have been under the librarian's care. He's dreaming. Thank you very much for the follow, Grandpappy. Ah, Grandpappy. So nice to have you here, Grandpappy. Oh no, it's rusty. I need to put something on it to get through. Alright, so we need a deoxidizer for this as well, I guess. Oh, right. I could actually cook the botanicals, and that would probably make the deoxidizer. I forgot we didn't actually try putting them in the cook pot. Hey, what are you guys working on? Well, I'm glad they're doing their scriptorium stuff. That's very spooky. I'm sorry I bothered you guys. I'll be on my way.
I cannot open the door.
Don't like that. It's 131 in Death Valley today? Well, I'm glad I'm not in freaking Death Valley. Alright, let's go back upstairs, do some cooking. Are you a fan of spooky games and Grandpappy? They got you, man? No, I just went into a different room real fast. I'm really trying to train myself to not immediately press A when I get to a door. I'm afraid of dying that way. Alright, let's cook our botanicals and see if we can unrust a few things here. Got spooked. It was a very good spook. I like that one. Have I played Dark Souls 3? I have hundreds of hours in Dark Souls 3. I have played Dark Souls 3 vanilla like 12 times, modded several times. I have played many hours of Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 is among my favorite games of all time. Although if I had to pick, I might prefer Bloodborne a little bit more. I think the atmosphere of Bloodborne is just like chef's kiss on top of chef's kiss. Chris, in fact, has 401 hours in Dark Souls 3 on my PC copy. That's not including probably not too long on my PlayStation 4. But still another additional collection of hours. Hey, Luciforus, welcome back. Nope. So far, only one mortality in this one. Alright, deoxidizing solution. Must be careful when using this, it seems highly corrosive. I guess summoning was no fun on PlayStation 4. I like the PlayStation 4 copy for when I want to play Dark Souls 3, but I also want to be in bed at the same time. Yeah, poor Ernest. He died to the mirror lantern fight. Ooh, cookies. Tell me more. I need to find more confessions. I do want to find more confessions. We only got 2. I assume I'll start finding more as we... No, not the mirror thing! Alright. That's my problem. I focus too early and that happens. Damn it. Bastard. Although this is like the ideal spot to have to do this encounter. Because they can't really get me from behind, which is nice. I have, like, the wall behind me. Oh, thank God.
What sort of demon was that?
Gives me conniptions. Remember starting Dark Souls 3 with folks watching in your living room, and someone who watched too many speedruns said, "Don't start Cleric. Cleric sucks." Like, bitch, I'm just trying to enjoy my first playthrough. Don't try and tell me some meta stuff. Yeah, a game like Dark Souls, there's a lot of, like, min-maxing that you shouldn't worry about until you've enjoyed yourself a few times, you know? God, I love the Souls games. Dancing Bear, you watched me play a decent chunk of Hellpoint. I recommend Hellpoint. That one really struck a lot of my favorite notes. Dark Souls notes. When you gotta carry me. Alright, back through the scriptorium. Can I guess? What? No. Dark Souls 3 is post-college, so it can't be any of the people I was going to assume. Are you talking about, Key and Indigo? You want to play it really bad? Yeah, no, it's real good. Lazarus Tegra, thank you so much for that sub. Welcome to the most sacred order of the Box Shakers. Very happy to have you in the inner sanctum. Thank you, thank you. Don't forget exclamation mark sub perks in chat if you would like to see some of the fun nonsense involved with being a sub. Yeah, let's do it. Deoxidize that nonsense. You keep going into this room? Yeah, because I wanted to deoxidize this nonsense. Box of shakes. Alright, we're good. Alright. I still have deoxidizing stuff, right? Oh, thank God. Hey, you see? We had to come in here to get another confession. The Librarians' confession. Brother Ernino's admission of guilt. I locked up my brothers as though they were animals, and I left them to die. Yeah, well, they were going insane. Bunch of old decaying books. Nothing useful in here. Now you want to play Bloodborne? That's another thing we're going to do in October. October is going to be, you know, a bunch of spooky games, and I count Bloodborne as atmospherically spooky enough to count for Spooktober. And I want to do a relaxing lore through. I just want to, like, talk about item descriptions, go into character histories. I'm not going to, like, do any research beforehand. We'll do it together and be like, what do you think? What's Vadi say? Who here remembers what Vadi said about this thing? And just really take it apart. Just enough spoops to squeeze in. There's always room for spoops. Wait, is that Mr. X with like a big old smile on his face? The nice thing about Resident Evil 2 Remake is we could blast through that in like a couple of hours. And I do love Resident Evil 2 Remake, and also Resident Evil 3 Remake. I love both of them. 3 was a little disappointing in its length. It was perhaps a little bit too short. But I still thought it was phenomenal. I still really enjoyed it. You want to play Bloodborne so bad? Yes, wait until PlayStation 5. Are you serious you're going to play Resident Evil 2? We've already played it on stream before, but I'm not opposed to going through, especially if I were to perhaps do a little bit of modding beforehand. Anyone else hear a ba whenever the door closes? Yes, I do hear a sheep. Yeah, you enjoyed your time with both of them. Like, I really enjoyed 3. I think my only complaint is I wanted more of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wanted Carlos to have his own chapters, just to extend the length a little bit. A complex gear mechanism. It has a round slot to insert some kind of piece. Where's the take out my dick button? Put that in there. I doubt it's the Prior's key, but I'll try anyway. Alexander, you fool! This is no time for play! Don't shame yourself, dude. It was a worthwhile attempt. These amphoras must contain some kind of rancid grease or lubricant. I find the smell too strong. Alright, so this room is exclusively about this gear. We need to find a piece for that. You were able to get pickles today. Were you unable to get pickles recently? I love me some pickles. Although, here's my big confession. If it comes down to it, I prefer pickled banana peppers. I think pickled banana peppers have all of those good pickle qualities, but with a little bit of that fruity pepperiness that I find lacking in a pickled cucumber. I love both. I think pickles of most kinds are delicious. Love pickles. But man, I love banana peppers. The sacred pulpit. Over half of the staircase is missing. They would only let you buy 1 jar. You don't like banana peppers, Dancing Bear Cuddles? Madness. Is this not the confession booth? I'm at the wrong confession booth. You heard pickled banana peppers and you ran as fast as you could. Really? You don't... Oh wait, you ran here because you wanted to say they're good, right? Because banana peppers are great? You like them on your sandwich, but not just straight up eating them. You know what? That's an interesting point. If I wanted to just eat a thing out of a jar, I prefer a standard dill pickle. But if we're talking about the silence... No, it's getting the names wrong. So this is the darkness, but it thinks it's the silence down below. This is the silence that thinks it's the door. Which encounter is the silence? Oh! This is the one where you have to hold your breath. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the door... No, the darkness. Shit. Let's reopen inventory. Yeah, bread and butter pickles are not as good. Okay, here's a question for you, Bloodsind. I want to not have to deal with the darkness, but this one has down below the silence. Which one do you think I'm currently preventing? Pickles bring everyone together. It's true, pickles are great. This is not the pickled banana confession booth. Sally knows what's up. Banana peppers are great. So I agree, if I want to eat something out of a jar, I want a dill pickle. That's a meaty pickle in the mouth situation. Just, you know, nom nom nom. But banana peppers, I prefer those from my sandwiches and my burgers. If the card says darkness, it's darkness. Yeah. Just if you notice down below, it says collectible item, the silence. They're all mislabeled right now. So I'm going to leave the picture that says the darkness on top, even though down below it says the silence. And hope that it doesn't, you know, mess me up here. Alright, so that was my confession booth. I unlocked that door. It has the mechanism in it that we need to deal with. So next up, we need to go up and unlock that door. Just making sure I'm not leaving anything else behind here. No, I think we're good. Alright, let's go. Making your mouth water. Go and grab some pickles. You'll eat whatever comes in your burger. You'll just eat it unless it's sweet pickles. Yeah, bread and butter pickles they're a unique pickle. I find them to be not great for burgers. You could probably convince me of certain sandwiches being better with it. With bread and butter, as opposed to dill, but you'd have to really convince me by giving me a sandwich and having me put it in my mouth. Not gonna take any theoretical nonsense. I want practical sandwich application. You ready for remembering to run into crypts? Yes, I am. I imagine that's a situation for when I unlock that door up there, so first I'll use my magical derustifier. Zero hesitation. Alright, while I'm derustifying this door, let me know if I'm going to be zero hesitating in this area or in the door with the bronze key. No. Crypt isn't through the rusty gate. Okay, I thought you meant no, like, you don't get to know when. Just know you can't hesitate.
What will I find here?
Yeah, what will you find here? I dropped my contact lens over there. Alright, statue, I'll look for it. Even though I shudder the thought, I could open any of these graves with my spade. Crypt isn't through the rusty gate. It's in the first area of the graveyard. Oh, interesting. I haven't encountered anything like that so far. I mean, the statue's pointing at this one. Looks like they hit a key next to the dead body. Librarians Ornate Key, a robust key belonging to Brother Ernino, librarian of the Abbey of St. Cecilia. It randomly opens, but it only does it once. The carving's very strange. I have a bad feeling about it.
Killed like an animal, unburied here. Rest in peace, servant of